Master Wang, the material used here is insufficient. The black stones won't be able to withstand the nicks and bumps made by the sect's disciples. Li Qingyang, do you desire immortal power? Sect leader? We're all familiar with each other, there's no need to put on an act. When did you buy the light behind you? I don't remember seeing an application to withdraw funds for that. I'm speaking to you through my divine consciousness. Sigh, it's no fun acting coke in front of you. Boss Li, I heard that the sect leader assigned way too much work to Qin Yang. Did he go mad from overwork? He is even reporting his work to the heir. Our sect has always advocated that those who are capable will have greater responsibilities. So now I will grant you a key authority of the sect. I will now bind the alchemy pavilion to you. From now on, you will be able to refine all of the sect's different types of pills. This is how the secret pills of our sect are created? Our sect's secret pills can actually be made with just one click? Is this the ancient legacy of our sect? What a magical technique! Sect leader, I will be sure to properly manage the matter of the sect's secret pill refining. I'll be beep beep, his insanity has grown even worse, he's even giving himself even more work while hallucinating. I just happened to have some time tonight, might as well do overtime and refine the pills for the new disciples. This is? My cultivation went up 3 stages? I've reached the 8th stage of the martial emperor realm? My strength grew again, even my spirit root feels different. Did it undergo another transformation? God-class spirit root. With the Lingyan Pavilion's bluff, Qin Yang's spirit root has reached the God class. Amazing, then let's put all the core disciples into the Lingyan Pavilion. Then I can raise the sect's strength by another level. There are prerequisites to entering the Lingyan Pavilion. If your contribution isn't high enough, you will not be eligible. How do the disciples increase their contribution value? How many points do they need to get in? The instructions say that you need 100 points to enter the pavilion, and disciples can increase their contribution points by contributing to the sect. And the rest of the manual just says figure it out yourself. Then arrange the disciples in order of contribution points from highest to lowest for me. Let's see if there is some kind of pattern. Qin Yang, as the general manager of the entire sect's affairs, naturally contributed the most. Dudu must rank this high because of her responsibility of managing the sect's meals. 3rd place is Li Xiamo? What has this brat contributed? He only knows how to cause trouble all day. 4th place is that girl Shangguan Xinyao. Well, she did create countless half-finished techniques for the sect. Let's see which idiots are ranked the worst. System, this must be some kind of a bug, right? Why is my contribution the least? Why is the value negative? You plucked the sect's flower, Qian, which is a great sin. As such, you have received great demerit. Then what about the skills and technique I created for the sect? I made those. The pills. Nope, still me. Then why is Qian's contribution also so low? Being beautiful is also a sin. Speak properly. She has bad taste in men. Minus points. I suspect that you're just jealous. As for Xingchen, it is probably because he has always focused on himself, he hasn't really done much for the sect. Are you actually that jealous? Forget it, let's activate the second portrait first. Dudu, enter the Lingyan Pavilion. Kitchen. Humph? That is? Dad, I think this is the saint fire of the Tao of a chef. The Zhaojun flame, I'm another step closer to becoming a chef god. It seems the Lingyan Pavilion grants special abilities according to the person's circumstances. This is the fastest way to increase the sect's power. I need to have the people who are close to reaching 100 points raise their contributions. Shangguan Xinyao is easy. I'll just get her to make more techniques. The problem is with the 3rd and 5th places. It'll be a bit of a guess on how to increase their points. Rinshan is obviously ranked high because of his luck. But what does Xiaoma do other than attract new enemies? I called you two here today for a new mission. Xiaomo, your job is to rendezvous with Bean at Taishan Holy Land. Go fast, or else, by the time you arrive, he will have already become a deacon or an elder or something. Then you will not be able to make any contribution. You exposed your identity during the Battle of Tigers and Dragons, so use this. Shifting face mask. With this, you can also change your facial features like Bean. It cannot change your aura and body structure though. As for Rinshan, come take a trip with me around the province. There's no pressure, I'm just looking to pick up a couple billion spirit stones. Whenever you want to jump down, just say the word, trust your heart, and jump whenever you feel like it. We are thousands of meters up in the sky. Are you trying to kill me? Why am I here too? Without Rinshan holding you back, I'm afraid you might flatten the sect with just a few words. Since my cultivation is currently gone, Xiao Moxian can only protect me while we fly, so I will have to trouble you too. My leg is cramping. Back then, everyone treated me like a human lucky charm and hoped I would bring them good luck. Only the sect leader was different. He didn't treat me as a human lucky charm. He didn't even treat me like a human at all. Immortal City, Upper Realm, Memoirs of the Richest Immortal, Rinshan. Safely descended. Seems like our lucky opportunity is here. Seems right. The spiritual power here feels very ordinary. In fact, it's a little poor. Right, this place feels a bit lacking. Say, Rinshan won't have to turn over every rock and stone here, right? The treasures shouldn't be hidden under some kind of a rock, right? Hee hee. It looks like a normal hole. Nothing SP. I remember this phenomenon, its spiritual power revitalization. It also occurred once back in the Ironbone Mountains. But it wasn't as fierce. This must mean there is a super large spiritual stone vein deep underground. We need to suppress the natural phenomenon, or it might attract others over. 7 Treasure Suppressing Array. Sect Leader, did you suppress the area? Why do I feel like nothing changed? I forgot that my cultivation is gone. I can't build an array right now. Sect Leader, you are worrying too much. We're so far out in the woods. Shut. How could someone just so happen to appear and steal this spirit stone mine from us? Shut up. Who would have thought that there would be a spiritual seed in a rundown place like the Southwest Yang province? The spiritual power here is quite fierce too. The spiritual vein here is definitely extraordinary. I didn't expect that, for the sake of catching the Demon King, we would come to such a backwater place, and end up finding such a treasure. Then, gentlemen, what do you say about our sect splitting it in half? Property of the all-time sect, unauthorized people not allowed to enter. The all-time sect sounds a bit familiar, but the treasures of heaven and earth belong to the strong. I want to see if there is anyone in the Southwest Yang province who would dare to stop a martial saint and 2 half-saints. I'm only at the half-saint realm. I can't stop them. Sect Leader, why don't we just give up on this vein? Formation arrays require delicate control over spiritual power, so I can't set one up using your spiritual power. Fortunately, there are some formations that don't need spiritual power to set up. If we use a few metaphysical weapons on top of that, we should be able to fool them. Remember the words I taught you and keep repeating them. How could they possibly fall into the formation? How could they possibly fall into the formation? They will definitely fall into the formation. They will definitely fall into the formation. How could they possibly fall into the formation? How could they possibly fall into the formation? They will definitely fall into the formation. They will definitely fall into the formation. Said formation. The Peach Blossom Island. Did we walk into some kind of an illusion? Maybe it's a natural phenomenon caused by a super large grade spiritual vein underground. Right. Plus the surrounding spiritual power is boiling right now, affecting our senses. We've been walking in a straight path, right? Yes. We have been walking in a straight path without changing direction. They will eventually notice something is wrong. We need to make every second count. Peppa, it's your time to work. Excavator mode activate. At Peggy's digging speed, even if this is a vein containing millions of spirit stones, it'll be cleaned out in 2 or 3 hours. 2 or 3 hours? Even a fool would realize they're trapped in a formation. I can only try to dig out as many spirit stones as possible before they discover it. If nothing unexpected happens, it should be possible. Congratulations on triggering a side quest. As an experienced host who has lost all their power, please choose one of the 3 opponents and defeat them head on. You will receive extremely generous rewards. Little fairy, you need to be extra vigilant. If anything happens, immediately take the 3 of them and fly away. As for me, I'm going to court death. Strange, why haven't we reached the area with the richest spiritual energy yet? That's the only way to enter the mine. Nephew Gua, why did your Radiant Saint sect only send you 2 half-saints this time? If that purple demon king recovers his strength, he'll be invincible below Martial Saint. My master and father happened to be in seclusion recently. Besides, didn't we know that the Taishian Holy Sect would be sending you? Considering your relationship with my father, you'll definitely take good care of me. Besides, my father also sent a half-saint Deathsworn to protect me. If things go south, he can also buy me some time. It's young Master Gua. What, you sound a bit unconvinced? Jiaolong, don't forget, everything you have was given to you by my father. What he gives, he can take back. I'm in a good mood today after discovering this large spirit stone mine, so I won't argue with you. Humph? This sharp aura? It's a super artifact. No wonder such a remote place could nurture such a spirit vein. It must be thanks to this artifact. Young master, shouldn't we call Martial Saint He over to take a look? I'd have to share the credit for the spirit stone vein with that old man. This super artifact must belong to me. But, no buts, Jiaolong, you're just too timid. Then be careful, young master. Why did Martial Saint He suddenly disappear? Haha, just holding it. I feel an endless stream of power surging into me. This item is destined to be mine, Guiyan. Ha ha! Ouch! Who dares to ambush this saint? Young master. It's nothing, it does hurt, but it won't kill this saint. This seems to be another artifact. My luck is incredible today. Perhaps I just triggered this artifact's self-protection mechanism. Young master, this looks more like a trap someone set, or perhaps a treasure left here by some expert. How ignorant, judging by the power that just hit me. This is also a super artifact. Who would be willing to leave it here as a trap? Besides, have you sensed any fluctuations of spiritual energy from any living beings nearby? This super artifact should belong to me. Second master, the opponent is now physically and mentally exhausted. It's your turn to strike. Who is this lowly rat? Where's my divine weapon? Where is this? How dare you touch Guan's saber? Ah! Young master, what's wrong, young master? Little one, this old man's divine weapon. This is not something you mere half-saints can touch. Someone was actually beside us all along? Yet I didn't detect any spiritual power at all. This is the depths of a dense forest, surrounded by high-ranking ferocious beasts. There's no way it could be an ordinary person with no spiritual power. A master, definitely a super expert. You unmannerly child, there's no need to be on guard. This old man has no interest in bullying you. He's full of openings, yet he's so calm. Beep it, it must be a trick to lure me into attacking. However, this Guiyan who dirted this old man's divine weapon must be taught a small lesson. Well done. Completely losing my cultivation has really weakened me. My wrists are a bit sore. Divine General, stop hitting me, please stop. What happened? Why did I collapse? Truly a master, to free the young master from the abnormality without harming his mind. What terrifying control. As expected, trying to take down a half-saint in one hit was wishful thinking. Luckily, I have 9 other ways to kill him. 9. Congratulations to the host for completing the side quest. Defeat one of the enemies head-on. System, is this quest really that literal? Just defeat them? If I trip them with a rope, does that count? Young master, are you alright? These 2 artifacts belong to the senior. He was the one who helped you regain your senses. His artifacts belong to the virtuous. This good-for-nothing with no spiritual power, and he still wants to steal this saint's artifact. Please claim your quest reward. 1. Remove all negative buffs from the host. I knew there were benefits to bringing Rinchan along. I'll bring him with me every time I use cheats from now on. I thought you were stronger than this. You're just a peaked martial king who focuses on body cultivation. This saint was just being careless. You couldn't even leave a complete body behind. Who said? A martial king can't kill a half-saint? Second master, let's have. What kind of weapon is this? Jialong, where did you die to? Come and protect me. Young master, I can't spare a hand. You're pretty good. Unlike your useless young master, I'm struggling to even parry the attacks of his split soul. I doubt he's even a half-saint. The young master became a half-saint through forced empowerment from the sect master. I cultivated every step of the way myself. You're not bad either. As a martial king, you can actually fight me. Jialong, right? Since we're not enemies when it comes to hating your young master, how about we make a deal? Secret voice transmission? I want to capture your young master and extort a ransom from the Radiant Saint Sect. You just need to fake surrender. I guarantee I'll torture your young master until he's begging for mercy in the ransom. I'll take 70%, you take 30%. Only a world where Guiyen, who trampled on your half-saint dignity, and his sect master, who aided and abetted him, are injured will satisfy me. How about it? Why should I trust you? Besides, the sect master and the others are my beloved relatives. Gotta add more money. Why? Just because this old man. I can even make that martial saint watching from the sidelines kneel and sing Conquest. Unknowingly set up a formation, disrupting this saint's spiritual sense. Brat, you're interesting. Offer your super artifacts, and then offer the secrets of that strange formation, and this saint might spare your life. As expected of the Starfall continent's supreme combat power in recent years, he hasn't even made a move, and he can already cause such a celestial phenomenon. Too bad this old man's ice and snow resistance has been tempered 1,000 times. Humph, you won't drink a toast only to be forced to drink a forfeit. System, continue, reward 2, as the host, you were actually suppressed by an immortal emperor from the upper realm, unforgivable, therefore. Reward comprehensive upgrade of the unstoppable blade. I knew it, you said leveling up, but it's never been normal. Sunrise in the east, I alone am undefeated. As a reward for leveling up, host can use the unstoppable blade plus once for free without using the unsealing talisman. This is the first time I've seen you, a cheapskate, be so generous. I like this after-sales service. I'm known as the honest and reliable young master. How could I not be a good merchant? Wait, what do you mean by new unsealing talisman? What about the unsealing talismans I saved from previous missions? Did they expire? That's the unsealing talisman I was willing to take a few extra punches for, but couldn't bear to use. System, give me an explanation. Wow, look over there, your enemy can fly. I was just shaken by your sudden burst of power, so you're all show and no go. Surrender yours, ha! In the blink of an eye, my greatest trump card has become worthless. I have to start saving again. I'm going to live life to the fullest from now on. Hey, have you ever seen When Heaven and Earth First Parted? Chest out, head up, stomach in, you're quite old, yet you have no posture. Before unsealing, it turned into an embroidery needle. After unsealing, it's no longer 40 meters long. I can't even see the tip of the blade now. The length of the blade is just an illusion. Within my blade's reach is my divine domain. A mere martial saint has already fallen into the blade prison created by the unstoppable blade. Unless the god of this domain agrees, or the blade is sheathed, even a child could trap this martial saint. In other words, the longer the unstoppable blade, the larger my control range. Could it be that the next upgrade will make it long enough to wrap around the planet and stab myself? You're awake. I presume you now have a clear understanding of your situation. As a revered martial saint, you dared to attack me, a frail martial emperor, causing irreversible damage to my fragile heart. Now, I request you write a personal letter to the Taishian Holy Sect, asking for a few million spirit stones as compensation for emotional distress. It's not too much, right? However, I'm a man who lacks a sense of security, so before the spirit stones arrive, I invite Marshal Saint to stay at our Sect's 5-star prison for a few days. How does that sound? That's more like it. Flying so high, this junior is scared. System, after I sheathe the blade, will the force weakness still be there after the upgrade? That aspect hasn't improved. Sigh, I still have to carry this eye-catching blade back to the Sect. Sigh, I originally wanted to maintain my low-profile persona. Renshan, you can dig slowly, I'll take these guests back to the Wangu Sect. But system, the name Unstoppable Blade is flawed, drawing the blade requires an unsealing talisman. But sheathing it is simple, it should be renamed Undrawable Blade, right? Later, you might even thank me for tricking you out of those unsealing talismans. That's because, once it's truly unsheathed, it will exceed your imagination. Hey, you three up front, line up in a V formation, then a straight line. Not enough, still not enough. Draw your blade more, the more you unsheath it, the more you can. Qingyang, these three are our next golden geese. Lock them up in the dungeon. Oh right, this Jiaolong and I really hit it off. Give him extra food and take good care of him. I still need to ask him how much money we can squeeze out of the Radiant Saint Sect. Ah, Qian. You've come just in time. Stinky Goshing, using me as a cushion again. The system is finally free, give me the rest of the quest rewards. Reward, 5,000 contribution points. You'll definitely be interested in the last one. 7 Profound Radiant Break, Volume 2. Qian, I found the second volume of the 7 Profound Radiant Break. Warm? Shouldn't spatial rings be unable to maintain temperature? And it seems to have a woman's faint fragrance. What is this feeling? The 7 Profound Radiant Break Technique Manual? Who's there? How dare you steal from me? I'll make your life a living hell. So, including your Sect Master's private funds, I should ask for a ransom of 4,230,000 spirit stones? Humph, why don't we put the ransom aside for now? Sect Master June, why don't you thaw your face first? It's already purple. There's nothing I can do, I got tricked by something inhuman, and I can't explain to Qian where the woman's fragrance on the item came from. Is it my fault? Who else is there to blame but you? How can the product you made be second-hand? Fortunately, I didn't touch the manual. Qian held it first. Otherwise, I definitely wouldn't have passed Qian's thorough, full-body sniff test. You're secretly enjoying this, you pervert. This upgrade of the Unstoppable Blade is something else. After sheathing the blade, that martial saint from the Taishan Holy Sect still looks like his soul is injured. Whatever. For Qian, I'll flatten the Taishan Holy Sect sooner or later. Weakening them by one martial saint in advance is a good thing. What is this Qian up to? And if the payment isn't timely, a dignified martial saint might be subjected to violence? The Wangu Sect must have used some method to capture Qian. To be captured by a newly established sect. That he is unworthy of being a martial saint, it's a good thing this letter was seen by me, the Hall Master, first. If the Sect Master saw it, he would be furious. Mr. Ho, I remember the direct disciples saying that you are from Southwest Yang Province? Are you familiar with this Wangu Sect? This Wangu Sect is quite renowned in Southwest Yang Province. They've done quite a few shocking things these past few years. If Martial Saint he was careless, it's possible he fell into a trap. Our Martial Profound Hall is responsible for maintaining the prestige of our Taishan Holy Sect. If we don't want to alarm the Sect Master, we must handle this ourselves. Mr. Ho, you are highly valued by the Sect Master now, and you are a guest elder of our Martial Profound Hall. What is your opinion on this matter? Inferior strategy. Exchange spirit stones for Martial Saint He. This method is safe, but it would greatly damage the face of our Taishan Holy Sect. Middling strategy. Based on the Wangu Sect's performance in the Dragon Tiger tournament, we need to send at least 3 martial saints, leading 50 martial emperors, to suppress them. However, making such a big fuss over dealing with a mid-tier sect would be detrimental to our sect's reputation. Moreover, acting across provinces is inconvenient and costly. Then, this superior strategy? Superior strategy. Why use an ox cleaver to kill a chicken? From what I know, the Eternal Sect's rapid rise has offended quite a few top-tier sects. Wouldn't it be delightful to have a tiger devour a wolf? Mr. Ho is right. I just wonder, if we were to incite others, which sects should we use? The Demon Fiend Sect and the God-Slaying Palace, these two sects are both third-rate evil sects. Because of some matters in Huayin County, they are at odds with the Eternal Sect. Moreover, evil sects resort to any means, even the all-time sect would be in a flurry dealing with them. Then, let alone rescuing Marshal Saint He. Even wiping out the all-time sect wouldn't be difficult. I will head there. I can go to southwest Yang province and personally instigate a war between these two evil sects and the all-time sect. Thank you, Mr. Ho. I'll go get a batch of spirit stones as your expense fund. Hall Master, Uncle Ho, it's Chin hour. Morning exercises are about to start. Uncle Ho, let's go first. Mr. Ho, this nephew of yours is clever and has high cultivation talent, but when watching the female disciples' morning exercises, his gaze is really such a waste of his handsome, upright appearance. Young people in love, please forgive him, Hall Master. Monkey, how did you provoke two enemies for the sect at once? And two mere third-rate sects, they'll definitely kowtow at our doorstep. Won't this damage the image of infallibility you've cultivated in the Taishian Holy Sect? Muddled, you don't see the main contradiction. The Taishian Holy Sect just wants to bring back the martial saint. Isn't this just a word to the sect master? As for why I chose the God-Slaying Palace and Demon Fiend Sect. 2 months ago, the God-Slaying Palace discovered a large spirit stone mine, and the Demon Fiend Sect, in the past half-month, had amazing luck, consecutively discovering 2 medium-sized spirit stone mines. If we don't hurry and get these 2, what if they spend all our money? Then go arrange our departure. I'm going to watch the senior sisters do morning exercises. Every time I see him doing these things with that face, it feels so off. The face he sculpted looks too much like senior brother Qingyang. Every time I see this cunning face, I feel a chill run down my spine. Fortunately, his personality is still the same despicable type, otherwise, the Taishian Holy Sect would fall in a different way. But speaking of which, next time for infiltration, just send Elder Wei and Qingyang. Any sect with female disciples and high-ranking members would be overwhelmed. Mr. Ho, please wait. Since you're going out, please help us deliver these invitations to some of our first and second-rate sect allies. This is a grand event for our Taishian Holy Sect. The Demon Valley is about to open. You're saying the Valley of Demons is a special secret realm controlled by the Taishian Holy Sect? They invite their allies every 4 years, but what exactly they do is unclear. As for these, I don't really care about this. This invitation is personally delivered by our newly appointed chief guest elder of the Martial Profound Hall, Taishian Holy Sect's Southwest Yang Province branch leader, and external affairs deacon of the Elder Council, Ho Mir. Did I send you there for a few months or a few years? Please write a comprehensive guide to workplace promotion. I need it urgently. It's just a few tricks of the trade, nothing worth mentioning, compared to the sect master's strategic planning. No, you were born in the wrong era, kid, you're definitely master class. Thank you for the praise, sect master. However, I need to ask about our sect's overall strength. I will use this to lure those 2 sects to send out troops of corresponding strength, and gradually devour them. This matter is top secret. As the ancients said, what 2 know, all know. Let me tell you secretly. Mr. Ho's meaning. Our Demon Fiend Sect and God-Slaying Palace, are we really going to deploy all our highest combat power? Mr. Ho, although the Wan Gu Sect is quite powerful, isn't this a bit much? Even a lion uses all its strength to catch a rabbit. The Wan Gu Sect has provoked our sect master, and he wants to annihilate them completely. The Taishian Holy Sect will provide the necessary funds, and all the Wan Gu Sect's assets will be divided between you 2. After all, only by giving it our all, only then can we bring them utter despair. Humph, too impulsive. The good have been sold, no returns or exchanges. But you never said this guy was such a money-burning machine. Heavenly and earthly treasure incubator, 10,000 contribution points, similar to an incubator. by adding spirit stones, crystal cores, or other energy sources, it can accelerate the growth of heavenly and earthly treasures. That's right, I only accepted your sales pitch for the Pure Heart Sacred Lotus, but now you're telling me I invested 1 spirit stone, which reduced the maturation time by only 1 hour. By the time it matures, it will require over 50 million spirit stones. I have to even put in the spirit stone mine I just acquired. 6,665 years. 12 months, 30 days, 23 hours. No, wait. I remember 5 absolute evil saints saying he was waiting for the Pure Heart Sacred Lotus to mature, to use its petals to cure himself. How could he live for over 6,000 years? System, you're trying to trick me out of my spirit stones. The Pure Heart Sacred Lotus's petals do indeed only take about 1,000 years to mature. However, although the petals they are useless for Elder Way and Palace Master's conditions. Host, have you considered that after the lotus blooms, its petals will fall, and then, it can produce lotus seeds, which have the strongest medicinal properties? Why didn't you say so earlier? A fortune spent will return. The next 3-year plan has to be postponed. The Sect's assets are almost completely depleted by the Sect Master. When will the demon fiend Sect come to deliver the money? Come on, just a little bit more. It's about to fully mature. In one go, I can restore 2 high-end combat forces, 5 absolute evil saint and old way. This deal is worth it. This feeling of being completely emptied out, this reminds me of the fear of being controlled by the Goose Factory incubator when I was hatching Little Dragon. I'm going all out. Pure Heart Sacred Lotus, ripen for me. Trust me, you won't regret it. This Pure Heart Sacred Lotus seed can save your life. Old Way, Old Xia, 1 Pure Heart Sacred Lotus seed for each of you. I'll protect you. This item takes 10,000 years to form. Its medicinal effects are heaven-defying. It can be said that we used all of the Wangu Sect's spirit stones to force its ripening. But you two don't have to feel any psychological burden. Huh? You two just ate them directly? Not even a symbolic refusal? There's no need for refusal. It just means that I will shed the last drop of my blood for the Wangu Sect in this lifetime. Thanks? I've never expressed gratitude. I always express my gratitude with my life. 5 absolute evil saints aura this time is different from the forced aura of the past. Did this old geezer recover? Unexpectedly, he also. 5 absolute evil saint, Ding Xingwang. I thank the Sect Master for his kindness in giving me a new life. This Pure Heart Sacred Lotus seed has actually allowed me to advance further in my cultivation. Perfect, 50 million for 2 martial saints, not bad, not bad. Old Ding, since you've recovered, we just so happen to have a few evil cultivator disciples in our sect. You can give them some pointers in the future. No problem. However, those little evil cultivator brats went down the mountain to Ironbone Town today. I'll properly train them when they return. Our sect is quite diverse now: martial cultivators, ice cultivators, sword cultivators, saber cultivators, demonic cultivators, evil cultivators. Where do you evil cultivators think you're going? My Buddha is merciful, but also has a wrathful side. Amen. This Taoist priest will fight you to the death today. Grandma? These fried meatballs you're making look so delicious. That's right, back then, Go Xing, which is your sect master, loved the meatballs made by this old lady the most. Back then, Go Xing relied on the charity of the whole village, but he was a mischievous troublemaker. Who knew he'd become so successful now? He's still in Ironbone Town, and he even arranged jobs for us old folks. The sect master's family is all gone? Then the sect master had a pitiful childhood. Not exactly. A drunkard brought him to our village back then. Later, that drunkard came to see Go Xing a few times. What was that drunkard's name? Yun something? Yunhe? Wow, kitty. Wow, kitty's legs are so long, it doesn't have short legs like my kitty. Little friend, go home quickly. It's not going to be safe here soon. The aura of the evil cultivator you smelled is nearby, right? The smell of delicious food around here is too strong. I can't smell clearly. Can you be reliable for once? I just made you skip 2 meals of cat food. The aura on this guy is so disgusting. Buddhist cultivators? They're rare in the entire Starfall continent. I thought they were extinct. In the last battle of the previous Demon Emperor, Buddhist cultivators were the main force. Back then, corpses stretched for 1,000 miles. The aura of an evil cultivator. As expected of a Buddhist cultivator, ready to eliminate evil without a second word. Who dares to cause trouble in Ironbone City? You're disrespecting me, Zhao Dezhuang, the captain of the Ironbone City management team. Evil cultivators and demonic cultivators treat human lives like grass. My Buddha is compassionate and will deliver such evil people if you continue to condone. Don't blame me for using thunderous methods. Humph. Master, this Buddhist cultivator is so strong. Just a martial emperor, but he has a suppressive effect on us evil cultivators. You actually cultivating the Buddhist diamond indestructible body? Then why are you stopping me from eliminating the demon? Have you forgotten the Buddhist vow to protect the world? Bad bald donkey. Unbelievable, you, little girl, are actually a demonic cultivator, and this Taoist priest isn't bald, ah. Taoist priest? This Taoist priest is inclusive and tolerant. Can I be? This Taoist priest has seen too many living beings slaughtered by evil cultivators. Today, evil must be eliminated. Where did this Buddhist cultivator come from? Too bad for you, running into me when I've recovered my strength. Sect Master, I'll go capture him now. Hold on, don't be rash, there's a new situation. Dodo just sent a message. The Demon Fiend Sect and God-Slaying Palace, to be safe, have sent people to observe our true strength. Our combat power needs to be just right. With Dezhuang there, that Buddhist cultivator can't cause too much trouble. Immediately gather the top 100 disciples from the sect competition. This will be a tough battle. Winning isn't hard, the question is how to win. If we win too easily, our two sucker grandsons will definitely be scared away. Winning too difficultly would also be unrealistic. After all, we just won the Dragon Tiger tournament. This is the balance I've always emphasized in acting class. How about this, acting class representative? Take the few with the highest acting scores, and go down the mountain to subdue demons. Ah, no subdue Buddhas. I have only one requirement. We need to convey, amidst our strength, a subtle yet perceptible hint of vulnerability. Warm up your facial muscles, warm up your voices, pay attention to your posture. The curtain has already risen, our grand play is about to begin. The battlefield, 8 o'clock direction, 5 o'clock direction, 1 o'clock direction, 10 o'clock direction, 3 o'clock direction. There are scouts from the God-killing temple and the Masha demon sect everywhere. Copy that. The opponent is at peak martial emperor level, but their moves are chaotic, be sure to truly listen, truly see, truly feel. The strongest 5 of the all-time sect have arrived. All of you, your martial formations are a mess. Could it be that you're also here to stop me from eliminating evil and upholding justice? How could these people be the strongest 5 of the all-time sect? Except for that Li Qingyang, none of them even appeared in the Dragon Tiger Championship. Could it be that the all-time sect is hiding its true strength? I see. Our sect just fought with all its might in the Dragon Tiger Championship. Several junior brothers suffered injuries, and they're still recovering. And you, monk, chose this exact moment to stir up trouble in our all-time sect's territory? Are you taking advantage of our current weakness? The demonic path runs rampant, and my Buddha shall wield thunderous means. I did not come here just to exploit an opportunity. Do not harm our only junior niece. Blossom Wanderer. Beep it, my injuries from the Dragon Tiger Championship haven't healed yet. Junior niece, retreat to the sect first, though the sect's grand formation is under maintenance. It can still buy us some time. Why does Qingyang suddenly seem so weak? Could it be the inheritance from Elder Wei? Just the other day, I saw Brother Zeiji blasting himself with an Italian cannon. I didn't hear about him getting injured. Senior brother, we're here to help. Pretty fast. By the power of divine decree, palm thunder. Wave after wave. Sema Zhongda Long Xiang, did you just crash into me on purpose? Are you trying to stop me from taking credit? The all-time Sect's disciples have mediocre coordination, and there are conflicts among them. Maybe it's because they grew strong too quickly. Despite reaching martial emperor level, their combat strength is lacking. This audience is quite sharp. They've grasped the essence of our graduation performance. Wait. Their inner disciples actually have martial emperor level strength. These two idiots forgot to hold back while fighting their own people. Let me test your recent progress. You only joined the sect a few hours earlier than me. I can't bring myself to call you senior brother. If the junior brothers keep fighting like this, won't it ruin our sect's recruitment efforts? We're all from the same sect. How can a few joking words lead to swords being drawn? You too, are you trying to drive me, your senior brother, to my grave? Ruining the grand performance. Are you too asking for death? Bald donkey, prepare to die. The all-time sect's senior brother, Li Qingyang. Upright and righteous, with the bearing of a saint. I understand now, for some reason, these guys are acting. They're pretending to be weak to deceive the enemy. Acting? That's my specialty. Wait. Calm down. They're just pretending to be clueless. But you are actually useless. Take my punch. That was close, I almost got hit. That was close, I almost hit him. Could it be that Buddha, the ancestral master, and the Heavenly Father are all collectively protecting me? I'm facing 5 martial emperor at once, yet I'm completely unharmed? Senior brother, if you keep attacking thin air, even those dumbest spectators will notice something's off. I'm also waiting for the perfect moment to give this play an explosive climax. Martial uncle, let me help you all. Junior niece got sent flying with just a slight touch? This scene, is she ascending to the afterlife? Junior niece. What a performance full of conviction. How dare you harm a female disciple of our all-time sect? It wasn't intentional. I didn't even notice I hit her. Junior niece is gone. At this point, I no longer care about right or wrong. As the senior brother, even if my old injuries flare up and my meridians are shattered, I will still take you down. That Li Qingyang, like a blood butterfly blooming in its final brilliance, eventually collapsed after capturing the demon monk. I sent you all to scout out the all-time sex situation. Why are you crying like this? That scene was too moving. Especially when Li Qingyang fell into Tianqi's arms, I even wanted to rush up and kick that demon monk a couple of times. Never mind your exaggerated descriptions, just one peak martial emperor was enough to leave them in disarray. It seems Mr. Ho was right. The all-time sect is indeed at a low point in strength. We should lead our elites and launch a surprise attack as soon as possible. The all-time sect's spiritual pills, divine weapons. Haha, they will all be ours. Since it was my Masha demon sect that obtained this critical intel. After we succeed, I demand 60% of the all-time sect's assets. That's not too much, is it? 50-50, or the deal is off. A storm is coming. Have the villagers in Ironbone Town been properly evacuated? Everything is arranged. According to Dodo's messages, the Masha demon sect and the god-killing temple will soon enter our sect's territory. Sigh, I'm just worried. Everything is set, so what is the sect master still concerned about? With those guys around, I fear that this rare batch of enemies won't even get to serve as practice for our disciples. This time, we'll divide into 4 groups. We must ensure that no one from the all-time sect escapes. So this is their sect-protecting grand formation? They even included their entire town in the protection. How foolish, spreading their spiritual power so thin. They are nothing but chickens and dogs. Move out. This formation seems to have restored itself? Why does it feel even stronger than before? What are you spacing out for? Move if we're late. There'll be nothing left to loot. Oh, right. Close the doors. Release the cough, beat the dogs. There's only an old gatekeeper here. But facing an incoming army, you can still calmly pour tea? You must be someone worth remembering. I'll at least leave your corpse intact. I am the Vice-Sect Master of the Masha Demon Sect, remember my name. Too many people to kill. I won't remember them all. Just remember yourselves. Dying in the Altheim Sect is enough.